All right, everybody, welcome back to the Craftverse series. This is episode 141, and you might notice from the end of last episode to the beginning of this one, there's been a slight change. I had to go back and adjust how these things were positioned because I needed to make it the correct parameters. I went ahead and did a creative testing world just to see how this would look finished, and I came across an issue. Well, for example, you'll notice right here is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, the way I had it, eventually, like if this started here, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'd never have the correct amount of space in between because I was trying to keep 2 blocks of space in between the sides. And it just wasn't working. And it turns out having 4, 4, and then these being 4 and 4 did not actually ever change. So I had to change the parameters a little bit, so eventually it coincided, and now it does. So I have 2 blocks of space around here, all the way around this side, and if we come to the end, you'll see that I'm finally reached the exact same point of 2 on each side, and still meeting with my parameters of the pathway, which is good. And I also decided I wanted to have some pillars underneath this thing. You might notice there's currently nothing in these holes right now. There's going to be by the time we're done with this episode. But if I go for a bit of a flight, you'll see that I also did a little bit of undercarriage work on this thing. Perfect. I have a little bit of a buffer underneath in case any of the grass ever does get broken or picked up by an Enderman. By the time I am done, that won't be an issue, but I still think this makes it look awesome. Less like just floating pieces of dirt. So we're going to leave it like this. It is going to alter how the pillars look in the end, but it's going to look pretty nice. So let's go ahead and get started with placing those pillars. I have a bunch of logs. In fact, I have all the stone pre-cut up, and I have all of the logs ready to go. I also went ahead and pre-cut some of the materials for the interior sections, which is what we're going to do. The interiors, I'm going to make deep slate just for shading purposes, and the exterior ones along the outside here are going to be made of the stone brick varieties. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Have to get my exact coordinate correct. Looks to be negative 418, 676, and we're going to go ahead and ready the spruce logs. Start by placing just the pillar here. Where I would have normally had something else, I am instead going to have sea lanterns just to assist with the lighting down here so it's not quite so abysmally dark and you can see the bottom of the pillars. These down here are going to remain the design that I originally had, and I will eventually get to putting in the covers for those. It's going to be a lot of getting this part started kind of thing, and then just doing it all at once I get there. This was the one that was just finished. Let's go ahead and get all of the central pillars in before I get too ahead of myself. So 426 this time. Nope, I did that backwards. There we go. Occasionally I will end up doing that. All right. See, this already is helping prevent the spawns, which is going to be important once we get to the part where I need to actually be down here more often. Gonna be using quite a few rockets for this, I believe. I could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th block away from the last one, and then just start doing the pillars that way. And then from here, I need to do that 3 more times. So this is 434. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the 8th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th one. 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the 8th one. That should look straight up and see the last hole. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay, I did the math right. And that means that I now need to do this for lighting purposes. Okay, I have some filling in to do. Yeah, sand can do that occasionally. Oh, that's fun. That is fun. Thank you for that. Come on, get down there. Just gonna do these here so I don't have to fiddle with filling in underneath it. Thank you for that jump scare. Okay. I do need to bring this all the way up to the surface anyway, so get my air bubbles back. Doing it this way serves multiple purposes. These were initially just going to be more logs, so it would have taken a lot more trees out of the equation. But now I have a reason to do it this way. Light sources. Alright, so obviously I needed to have the central area like that. Now I need to get the 5 on each of these are going to be deep slate. And then the ones all the way around the edges are going to ultimately be stone bricks. So let's get back onto this pillar. It's a little easier to deal with. Kill that spider. It's not getting with the program. There we go. Okay, now I have to do the same thing here, but what is the difference here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these ones are 6, those ones are 7. Gotcha. This is 424 and a fun number. A lot of people might be a little bit hesitant to state. I am not. 666. So 424. That. And how do I want this positioned? Probably here, which means I have to take this out, put in another one. Take this sand, that dirt, and that dirt. Just go ahead and do it that way. And then go 6 over for the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pillar. Sure I'm doing it right. Look straight up. Yes. Same spiel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pillar. I'm about to have a friend over here, aren't I? One of you had a pokey stick. Where'd the gold hat come from? Okay, I thought there was another one. Missed. Got him. Okay, we're good. Now I can go down here. Actually, by doing this, I might be fixing an issue I noticed with the original design. With the slight drop in elevation, it wasn't making things line up properly. Doing it this way appears to be fixing that. it's not fixing is the fact that I'm going to get smacked here in a second. Oh, you came close. I hit my tree. There we go. Take you out. Eventually, this won't be as big of a deal. Who says you could keep meandering away from my arrows? Wasteful. Okay, so that is 3 of the stone area done. Let's do another 6 over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, I look straight up into the hole. We're good. Okay, these are mostly staying on the same level. That's fine. I need 1 more to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this should be the last one on this side. Just with the deep slate, obviously. There's going to be about 38 or so pillars in total. But it's better to get the lighting done while I have a chance before I make it any darker than it already is. Okay. These already have their lighting, but I am going to need to get up here to start placing the other bits. So I'm going to have to leave this open. Okay, next up I have to do the other side. So start with a coordinate and then work my way over. Ow. All right, so 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 6. Now the steps to doing this don't look all that lavish. They also aren't necessarily as appealing as one might like, but it is effective, and I am going to go with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then place. Sure I don't have anybody creeping up on me. Because when I'm running low on oxygen, that's not what I like to see. Okay, should be fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then log. Okay, you guys are going to be a problem eventually if I don't take care of you now. You probably not, but still, just to be safe. Anybody else? Child. This is not a daycare. Okay. Just gonna throw off the exact counts just a little bit, but that's fine. We can take that. Actually, no, it seems to have done just fine. All right. So I have 2 more to go that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's correct because it kept zooming on me. Yes, we're good. Okay. Yeah, do this. That dirt out. That dirt out. This is fine. And then I need 1 more off this direction. Center, so 2, 3, 4, 6 in place. Surprised I'm just now finishing off a stack of each. Sea lanterns and chiseled deep slate bricks. I need to get more sea lanterns out. I believe I kept them in here. I did not. Take the junk out of here. So it's not that one. Is it you? No. Let's come up top tens. I know I left some. Nice. Nope. Yes. Okay. That's meant for the top. That's meant for the bottom. That's not exactly considered enough. But I did run AFK for a while, so I know I've got extras. I just have to go downstairs to grab them. Nope, not here. Wait, yes. Okay. I have to remember where I actually put stuff in storage. Yes. Just a few extras. You know, you can never really have too many. I don't think I'm necessarily going to need that many, but you can never be too cautious. I know I've got the logs to do it. Okay. Yeah, we'll go up here. All right. Back on the rooftop. All 5 on that side. I now have to get the 5. No, I already got the 5 on that side. Okay, so I've got the middle. I've got that 5, and I've got that 5. So just those 3 lanes took up an entire stack of each on the bottom. So it's going to take an entire stack of each on the top as well. Okay, so with that factored in, that's the tops of those. Everything on the outside is going to be the other blocks. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and get done is I'm going to go ahead and pre-prep it. First off, you have to be here, 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 and here. Yeah, I'll do the rest of it in another way. So we're just going to go up this way. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the 28 that I needed. Just to show that it is in and done. Okay, so boop, 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 boop. Yep, okay. Okay, good. I was able to pick it up. All right, once I get this middle portion in, I can at least start getting in the carpets. Yes, that's the word. Brain. Brain is not braining today. Used to have a shirt that said, I cannot brain today, I have the dumb, but I don't know what happened to it. Awkward. Wrong placement. Alright. Switch. Okay, and I need two more actually. Along this to be also deep slate. Deal. And then the last one in the center. Now you'll notice all of those have yet to be placed in because I need to do that in stone brick. Chiseled stone brick, to be precise. Make sure all of those have their pieces. And it looks like we're good. I'm not just going to be leaving it like this so you're aware. There is going to be more to it. But for right now, just having the pillars in is enough for me. Because I have to get the central area at least done up so there's less spawning happening. I am still getting wandering traders. I don't want to see them in my tree farm. Which, if you were unfamiliar with what I'm doing here, is what this is ultimately going to be, is a manual tree farm. Ooh, Snapski. Might as well just turn you into the silk one again, which is getting to the point where it needs to be healed. Actually, you can't be one of these lights. You have to be grass. That's right. Grass or dirt. I might just go grass. It doesn't matter. It's going to be covered. So we're just going to leave it alone. This, however, does matter. Pops a little bit extra. Okay, now for this one. Now I could be doing this part off camera because it's technically grindy, but I want you to see how this build is done the manual way outside of creative. In case you decided you wanted to have a similar style of pillar made yourself. I would highly advise having feather falling if you are to build this the way I am currently doing. Because if not, you may need to eat quite a bit more frequently. Okay, so we're going to go up. And this is the last one for this side. Then I have to move over to the other. Where's my spruce logs? Three is good. Okay, now I run down here and grab some grass. I should have some actual grass. Nope, just dirt. Okay, so first off, I have to go grab 10 bits of actual grass. But my inventory is full. What am I to do? I won't be needing the water bucket for the moment, so let's actually go grab some grass. Six, seven, 8. 9, and 10. And you can already see it's starting to develop its own little structure underneath, which is good. Plunk the grass in, where I've already placed everything that need to be placed there. Now to repeat the process down here. Skipped a step. There we go. Make sure I did it to that last one I did. Yes. See, it's fairly simple to rectify any issues that you may come up with. Don't shoot me. Okay, you don't have a pokey stick. None of the rest of you do either, so we're good. It's already spreading. That will start to. You can't reach me, so I can do this safely. This is entirely spawn proofing, as well as aesthetic. But the main concern is the spawn proofing aspect. All right, and that will be the last bit of chiseled deep slate that I need. From here on, it's the stairs and wall blocks going up. Now you might be wondering what that's going to look like, and you will see soon enough. But I can start with getting this carpeted up. So let's fly on over to our wool farm collection area. I need green for the actual grass portion. I might consider doing lime, just for a little bit of lighter texture to balance out with the leaves. So you know what, let's do that. I've got lime. I'll come back for the next bit. Let's keep things mixed up just a little bit. Won't be needing you right away. Okay. Let's see if this is enough. This way, it won't matter how long it takes for the grass to grow. It also will stop Endermen from stealing my dirt. Another side effect of doing this is it prevents leaves from spawning where the carpets are. So when I put the trees in, given that these are all going to be 2x2s, it should keep the leaves at an elevated state. Because light shines through carpets, we don't necessarily have to see all of the sea lanterns It's less the game has to render visually. I don't know if that really takes less toll on the engine, but it's less toll on my monitor. Okay, that is what 2 stacks was able to accomplish. So I clearly need at least 5 to 6 stacks per side. So I need about 4 more over here, which is fine. I'll just deposit these for the time being. Go grab some more of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll say 6. And next time, I will go ahead and start placing these. Thank you all for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Also, comment down below if you like the design so far, and what changes you might make to what you've seen at this point. Block palettes and so forth. Alright, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you tomorrow.